Welcome back to Arkham, the world of Arkham. But wait,
There's more.
there's
I
more.
thought he said welcome to gum.
Welcome to Gum.
Welcome
No.
back to Arkham.
Welcome back to Arkham. Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League. Not kills the Justice League, Jason. You said last time it was kills the Justice League, and I was like,
What?
no, it's not.
What did you just say?
He
Kills
said
the Justice
He said
League.
it was called Suicide Squad kills the Justice League,
but it's kill.
but it's
the
kill the
Justice
Justice League.
Oh, my bad.
So take that
Sorry.
coaster and say I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. All right, anyway, we're going to talk about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It is finally here. There's been a lot of conversation about this game. Will it be good? Will it be bad? Is it too live serviced? Is it going to have the Rocksteady story that we all know and love and deliver on that promise? For those that don't know, this is a genre-defining third-person action shooter where the ultimate band of misfits, the Suicide Squad, must do the impossible: kill the Justice League. So we have the game. We played in early access. Y'all have played more than I have.
Yep.
But we jumped in and did a stream of this game the day it came out. The day it came out for early access people, which is the people that bought the deluxe edition, as we did.
$80.
$80.
Maybe 100. I don't know.
I don't know how much it costs. Whatever it costs, we do that. We like to spend more money on games and then find out we're disappointed or whatever. But all that to be said, we have the game. We've been playing it. Let's open up and just talk about overall. I want to hear from you guys. How are you feeling about this game now? Like, I don't want to get deep in the story. I don't want to get deep in the mechanics. I just want to talk about overall, like, are you guys currently content? Are you happy with where the game is and where it's going, like what you're playing? Or do you think it's worse than, better than what your expectations were when we started? Where are y'all sitting at it?
You go first.
Me?
No, awesome.
Awesome. Go.
Well,
And
I have to say,
if you could give it like a score, I like to throw that out there too. Just like throw
You
a
want a
score
score.
for where we are now.
Are we out of 5 or out of 10?
Let's do out of 5.
Oh,
Okay.
5. Okay.
Right now, the story for me is
No, not
No,
story.
it's not going story.
I'm saying overall. I don't give a
Overall.
shit about just story. I want
Calm
to know
down.
collectively.
Yeah, chill.
I can't do that. Like
You have
overall,
to.
No
You have to.
explanation. Just
collective.
Just like
Collective. The all-encompassing experience. This is a game of the year discussion right now. I need to know if you were to put a score on it,
a 3 out of 5.
Thank you.
oh.
That was rough. Okay, it's very hard.
I know.
You know that meme of the girl who looks and she's computing everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me for a second.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get
okay.
that. Yeah.
It's very tough.
But you have anything to say, like, yeah.
Well, apparently I was
But you
talking.
threw him off.
Yeah.
I know, but I want to hear just story. I want to hear overall. You know,
Well,
like,
I
want to make sure you weren't just rating the story. You know what I mean?
my
Should we all go through
I-
our ratings and then explain?
yeah, we can.
You want to do that?
I'm down with it.
And then see if our explanations will change
Sure.
Okay.
change our rating.
Sure.
Okay, you go, Brett. What would you give it? 1 out of 5.
3.5 out of 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll give it a 4.
All right. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Perfect.
All right, back
All
to
right.
me.
Back to you.
I have to segment out things because some things are great and other things are currently
get that.
going to be issues.
Okay.
So right now, I feel like everything that's story bits, all that cutscenes and things, where everything's going, what we played, is really good, and that's probably a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Potentially could be a 5 out of 5 by the end. But it's the world outside of that where there are other, side missions that you can do to unlock things to help you get better gear and manipulate your gear in certain ways that eventually, where I'm at right now, I've run out of things to do. And
Like, there's nothing on the map right now.
I've completed all the side missions on the map. There's nothing else to do
So weird,
besides
yeah.
the main mission, which I might have. My game might be currently broken at this point.
Yeah.
Because me and Jason are at the same place. I can't start the next main mission, but he was able to play it and beat it.
Yep.
So I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's me. It's me. I'm the issue.
I don't know what's wrong with my game. But at this point, it's like, okay, we're going to complete the missions and like what's going to be left. And I've heard people, I've tried to stay away from reviews as much as possible talking about this. And a lot of them are saying that in game, there's literally nothing to do besides playing the same side missions over and over again that we've already played. And you can go watch our stream and see what that's all about. And that's what I'm worried that at the very end of the day, like once you beat the campaign, there's nothing to do. There's nothing that's going to entice me to continue playing or wanting to level up other characters for any reason.
Until March.
Yeah.
When season 1 drops.
Yeah.
So, I could say something about that. You want me to say something about that?
If you want to.
Sure.
It's your whole thing, dude.
All right.
Spill
So
it
as
out.
part,
I do want to say before you say that, last podcast, we did say that we didn't know anything about what was coming for the DLC. And then, of course, the day we dropped the video on the podcast, they were like, oh, yeah, here's a whole entire roadmap. And we're like, shit. So the roadmap's here. So if y'all saw that, we weren't crazy. It just wasn't there yet.
it wasn't.
Yeah, did y'all see like the pictures up of it?
Yeah.
The last one looks like Deathstroke.
That'd be cool.
Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
So I feel like because this is games as a service and they want the seasons and they want the other content that they want you to play and stuff, and in order to give this thing some legs, I feel like this is content that could have been in the story potentially, and things that we could have involved ourselves with and, you know, really fleshed out like other things to do other than complete the campaign and level up and all these other things. Because where I'm at now, I felt like that I couldn't complete this other mission that I'm trying to do because my level's too low. Because I'm level 14 for that shot, and everyone else is like 1 or 2.
Yeah, you
Like, that's your
have one character at 4, you have 2 at 1.
Yeah,
I noticed
it's-
that because
it's
we're
very
in
annoying.
a clan and I'm able to look at it.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So
Yeah, it's very annoying. So I didn't know if that had anything to do with it, but
It
apparently,
shouldn't, though.
yeah, my game might just be bugged.
You're
which
supposed
is
to be able to
fine.
play the whole game with one character.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. But I'm thinking if once this DLC comes out, we could take a look at it, and I feel like it should have been a full fledged game with all this extra stuff to do. And I think there could have been some cool things with that, assuming that I don't know how it's going to play,
yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of other examples of people pulling content to have these games as a service seasonal content things because they need things to charge people for, have a battle pass and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. We shall see. It's not looking promising though.
It doesn't feel like a game of the service type game, to be honest. Like,
You don't
for
think
me,
so?
I don't think so at
Not
all.
yet. Not yet. I don't think they've really pushed.
Yeah, I don't think
Like,
they pushed because they got so much backlash because of it.
I think Modern Warfare, there was a game, it might have been Modern Warfare, I
Yeah.
don't remember, where they had the games as like the store, but
Yeah.
it didn't launch like the first month. And then
Yeah.
after that, they launched
They
it.
launched it.
So it wouldn't be in any reviews.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the things, like the stores are there.
Oh, yeah, the
wanna
store's there if you
stuff,
wanna
but
buy stuff.
Nothing's
It's
been
mostly
like,
cosmetic.
buy this, buy
Yeah,
that. It
it's
hasn't
not
been like
pushing
that.
you on
Yeah.
it, and I appreciate that from the game.
Yeah.
That's why it feels like it just feels like a game to me.
Right.
I think y'all are all smoking something right now.
Oh, okay.
This game's got live service all over it, my friends.
Okay, are you done with your?
I mean, yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, what do you got, Brett?
Well, I kind of like. Well, you want me to go first?
Yeah,
And you
I
go
would
in?
like
Yeah,
to.
okay,
Y'all might
okay.
change my review. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I do think this has got live service like ran everywhere across the game.
Live
The
service,
design of it, the progression of it, the way in which it unlocks the missions and things
Yeah.
like that. They introduce you very quickly in the first like 5 to 7 missions of like, here's the 4 or 5 mission types you're gonna do. You're gonna defend a freaking truck, Fortnite truck. You're going to fight off a bunch of bad guys with a car that you can fly around, which is pretty cool. You're going to hit a bunch of nodes and defend those nodes to unlock them and shoot them. And there was probably like 1 or 2 other options. But those are the live service missions that are going to continue to repeat over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's part of the story,
And they have
which was
bounties.
good. But they have, once that's done, then it's like, okay, that's like part of the system. And then you have your gear weapon thing. They have this whole Borderlands idea where you have like, what do you call it? Like even Borderlands is like kind of life servicey, even though it didn't go that route. It kind of has
Right.
that mentality. It just
Well, it's
fortunately didn't push it that far.
Yeah, the looter shooter.
But it's got the looter shooter mechanics. But I think this is definitely set up to where they're trying to build a lot of with the big massive open world, so they can have a lot of drop points to like put a lot of different just like random missions in. And even when you're traveling, like the thing that I was worried about this game that held true once we actually started playing the game is that you're going to run around this world and it basically feels like an arena for them to spawn a bunch of random bad guys, and there's no character to like liveliness to the world. And whenever we're traveling around, it's like that one moment we were doing that mission with Penguin, and then like Rick or somebody, the dude showed up. Rick Flag shows up, and it's like, okay, where the hell was he all this whole entire day? We've been around this whole entire town.
Have you listened to the audio logs?
No, I haven't, but I'm sure there's maybe some story there, some kind of backstory to that. But like generally speaking, like you go around this whole place, and like there was that one scene where they show you a random human who's running and then gets turned, and then after that, there's never any humans anywhere until they're opening up in a cutscene. And they appear in a cutscene.
Or you do hey, there's a bus here. Go find the people.
Go find the people.
Or go find the people. It's like, where have those people been when I'm exploring the world normally? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like the world is built to be focused on like grinding live service type of things with your progress. I mean, I guess as a looter shooter, but I consider a looter shooter kind of in the realm of this live service mentality.
Yeah.
They have the story already built in there, but I mean, like so many games have a store. I don't know if they're going to have the battle pass. They probably will because they're going to have a seasonal content mechanic, but beyond all of that, the whole entire like design of the game is definitely centered around it's meant to be a live service where they're going to increase it with new characters and add new abilities and new, costumes and all these. I mean, just the costumes right off the bat. It's like they're changing the costumes of it, which, I don't like the fact that there's like costumes in this game, in a single player game. I wish there wasn't that piece to it. And I think that kind of, for me, hurts it a little bit because I don't want to be in a cutscene with, Harley Quinn. Well, Harley Quinn's always wearing weird shit, but like, I don't want to see King Shark in his classic outfit. I want to see him in the outfit that he's supposed to be in because it just kind of throws off the vibe for me of my experience.
Fair enough, yeah.
And then every single mission you do, whether you're playing single player or not, is like, look who won, who got the top score, and like that stuff just like pulls me out of the immersion of the story that I'm experiencing. And that's why it's like, for me, it's 3.5. And there's a lot of things I love about this game, but
Right, it doesn't sound like you
Yeah, it
giving it
doesn't
a
sound
there's
like
also a lot of stuff that I'm just like, God, I wish it was. I was hoping it wasn't. And it's going to be like Marvel's Avengers for me. I love the shit out of Marvel's Avengers. I played so much of it, but this is not necessarily a better game than Marvel's Avengers.
I agree.
Why,
I agree with that.
why are y'all comparing to Marvel's Avengers?
Because
so
it's
much?
exactly a clone of Marvel's Avengers.
It's not exactly a clone
I think
at
it's
all.
It's such a clone.
How's it a clone?
So,
It's got a story. It's
Okay.
got characters
Okay.
that have progression, that have ability upgrades.
That's every
it has
fucking
weapon
game, though.
upgrades. It's got a bunch of monsters that spawn in different
This
places
is
as you're
what you
traveling around
wanted
the
from
world.
Avengers. You wanted an open world experience.
Yeah.
Did you not?
Yeah.
And that's what you got.
Yeah.
This is a fucking third person shooter.
Yeah.
All the characters feel different, do they not?
Yeah. In a bad way. And I'll get to that too.
oh, all right.
Because this game's incredibly unbalanced as
All right,
well.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue.
I agree with Brett that
Yeah.
it is like I think that's one of the games that you could compare this game to. And
Yeah.
I personally, looking at the characters and how they play from Marvel's Avengers to this, is they were very unique on how they played. And I think, and that's what I said. Like I hated the missions we had to go back and do over and over and over again just to get the loot in order to create or do whatever we
To craft fucking some bullshit.
yeah. But every time we played it, like I love playing those characters and leveling them up and getting new abilities and trying new things, and that was always fun for me.
Yeah.
This one, they mostly play the same. Some use the same gun, some don't. Obviously, they have different abilities and what they do, but for the most and how they traverse is extremely different. But I was like, it's kind of samey in some regards. Obviously not.
I don't
in
know
other
what regards. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Like it's
what-
just a shooter, and then everyone has a gun, and then everyone has like a melee.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're playing Captain America and Marvel's Avengers, obviously you're on the ground, you can jump a lot. That's fine. That's your traversal. But like you throw the shield, you do all these things, you're punchy, and then you're Tony Stark. You're up in the sky and you're blowing people away and
Mm-hmm.
doing all these cool moves. Which, I mean, technically is a shooter, but I guess it's the way that it was portrayed and the abilities that you use and stuff. And here it's just like get combos by shooting people and doing this and doing that and make a slide thing and do these slide stuff and just look cool killing people.
And the
I'm
formula
like,
is very similar. The only difference with the formula is that this is an open world, and then Marvel's Avengers lock you behind loading screens. So
Yeah,
whereas in this game, it's like you go from area to area, and there's like these missions that's like defend this thing or attack this thing or do this thing. Marvel's Avengers was the same way, except you either access it through a war table or you had to go through door to door to get to those same types of rinse and repeat types of missions.
Yeah.
And I'm anxious to see more on the story bits to this to see how much that varies up. But even though so far some of the story stuff has been the rinse and repeat kind of missions that I've seen repetition of so far.
Yeah, no, it's all.
And we're only like three hours in the game. There's already been like repeat kind of stuff where I'm finding the same android characters, just like I was finding the same robots in Marvel's Avengers, which I love doing that. But I was hoping from Rocksteady they would have like solved the piece that made Avengers fail. And this doesn't, for me, yet solve what made Avengers fail. Other than the story is a better story so far. And that's kind of where I sat. And I also would argue, I think the characters were better in Avengers than they are in this game across the board. I think the traversal is unbalanced in this game.
Yeah.
I think it's broken.
Some people are faster than others.
I think that the guns are too similar and the combat is too similar. There's not enough variety in the combat with everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like it's you go up to somebody, you melee them, you shoot them, and then they die. And then whereas in like Avengers, you know, you can play as like Captain America and he has a completely different set of like mechanics and things that he can do. Hulk was very big and brawly and stuff like that. I don't see King Shark doesn't feel more brawly to me than like Deadshot does or Harley Quinn. Like I feel like they do have this. They have
he has the
relatively the same kind of output.
Just a ground slam in the air.
Yeah,
which is the only like I feel like those specials are like the only because you get like I guess the first one's like an AOE, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and the other one's just like a single target. I'm gonna do a bunch of damage type thing.
Yeah,
which is the only difference I've seen for the most part between them all.
So anyway, I've been bashing a lot.
Yeah,
you bashed a little bit.
Are you sure you're a 3.5? You don't sound like a 3.5.
No, so like I'm a 3.5 only because I don't think this is a bad game because I think the story and the cutscenes and stuff in this game are fantastic and I love the dialogue. I love the humor. I love the moment to moment.
Yeah,
but for me, it's like I'm worried that it's gonna be. I'm probably gonna play the shit out of this game because I like playing with friends and it's fun. But I'm really struggling to have fun playing these characters. In Avengers, I had fun playing. I had fun playing Captain America, and I don't have fun playing these guys like I did. I like the killing and I like the shooting, but I don't have fun playing them moment to moment.
Yeah.
But I love the cutscenes and I love the production value of this, and I love that it's a big open world. But I wish I had fun playing them, and I don't. And I'm struggling to find. I mean, it's fun enough, but like I honestly had more fun playing the Gotham Knights characters than I do these characters.
See, I would need to go back
to Gotham Knights.
Yeah, just to do a comparison.
Largely for traversal, though. Like for me, it's the traversal thing that's like really holding, like bringing it down. Like I can get to the guns and stuff. I feel like
you enjoyed the traversal in Avengers more than this. Running around as Captain America, Iron Man just fucking
hopping around. I know it's stupid hopping around,
hopping.
But here's the thing: the reason for it is I didn't have to work hard to get around. In this game, I feel like I'm playing a Mortal Kombat game to navigate.
Work harder in Avengers compared to this one. No matter what character you play as. Harley Quinn's the most difficult person, the most difficult person to travel, to do the traveling stuff. But everyone else, especially fucking Deadshot, is
and I need to play Deadshot. That's the thing. It's like, that's what I hate about, I have to play a specific character to like moving around the world. See, and even as Hulk jumping around, like it was a pain in the ass, but it wasn't like, I didn't have to, I feel like I wasn't fighting against the game. It's just that
I felt like I was fighting against the game with Avengers. No matter who I played, I felt like I was fighting it. To catch up, to move, or do anything.
But it was so much smaller. You know, that's the thing. it's like you're in these small arenas where unless you're like jumping from loot to loot, like it was shitty. Yes, I agree. But because of the fact that it wasn't, this game is so much, there's so much verticality and so much openness. Traversal has to be fucking great. And it's not. And that's the problem I have with it right now.
I think what it is, you just haven't found the character that you're good with traversal with yet.
But I shouldn't have to find that's a problem.
I feel like that should be a skill that you have to figure out and learn that character and figure out how to do it.
I don't know. I think combat-wise, yes. But I feel like just to get from point A to point B, that should be as easy as Spider-Man. Not to swing and shit like that. But I lose momentum with every single thing. I feel like I'm playing a Mortal Kombat game to learn how to block. And I don't think as something like in Mortal Kombat, like that's what it's all about is like learning how to block, right? Like that's what makes it the thing. In this game, I hate the fact that to move around the world, I have to learn a Mortal Kombat combo system to like actually do it right.
So I've actually played all characters and traversed with all characters. Because if you play single player, some missions require or like really push you to play a certain character that will get extra XP because they're psyched.
Yeah, they're psyched up.
So I've traversed with everybody, and I feel like the best are King Shark and Deadshot are the easiest to get around because you don't get stopped by like Deadshot has issues too.
I feel like King Shark, you get stopped.
I prefer. He was the first one.
I mean, he's easy enough, but like it's still you have to charge up every jump to like move forward. I mean, it's worse than Hulk, honestly, because like with Hulk, like it is nice. So you have the triple jump thing. So you charge up to move forward, and then you can jump. I think jump a third time, and you can get a pretty good distance with that. But you still then have to then charge up again to then make the next leap.
Yeah.
So if you're going like 1,000 meters across,
his pack only goes so far, and you have to land on the ground.
You don't have to land; you can recharge it.
That's what I was wondering. I think with his, you just recharge. Well,
so you go and then you
can overcharge.
You overcharge it, but then after that, if you don't hit a building wall or something to traverse up, which allows it to cool down really quick, then you have to hit the ground, which I did a lot because there's some certain areas where I'm like super high and there's like nothing to touch. So I have to fall down.
And that's the thing with Harley Quinn too. It's to touch the
ground. His is better than Harley Quinn's.
His is fun.
But I kept getting like high as well. For some reason, like it kept throwing me higher and higher.
That's the way you're aiming your joystick.
I just wouldn't even. I would aim at the ground. Like I would I noticed that it was just kind of going up, and I try to like start aiming down so I can go like more straight. But it was wonky for me.
That's weird.
Yeah. But I saw you getting around like crazy
dude,
fast.
I fucking love it. Man. Yeah. I go.
And then Harley Quinn.
Quinn's just terrible.
Awful.
It's just bad. I don't know. Well, it's hard with Harley Quinn. Like, what else are you going to do for her travel?
So the thing is, like, you play Batman, and she's playing like the Dark Knight from the Arkham games.
Yeah.
But she doesn't like go flying off like he did.
Yeah.
And you expect her to like.
But you have to time it right. That's what sucks.
Well, maybe,
like if
maybe
you use
that's
it, yeah, you have to time it right to like do that overshot. You know,
I thought I was timing it right.
I wasn't at all.
I hit the button.
Well, the overshot, you just have to jump off of something. And you like once you like, it's like in Spider-Man. Once you get to a point,
you got to
hold that one. You get to the point. Once you land there, hit X, and then it launches you.
Yeah,
distance.
I can't get.
But the thing that I don't like about her the most is, and I think it's an easy fix. Honestly, I think if they did this, it would solve most of Harley Quinn's problems. But the fact that they haven't fixed it yet is what bothers me. But like when you're doing her her little drone thing that flies around, you can use swing off of her.
Yeah.
When you swing off of her the first time, it creates a loading bar. There's like a loading thing that pops up. You have to wait for that loading to fill up. Yep. Unless you quick dive or touch a building, then it resets that timer.
Yeah.
But if you're like midair, there's like nothing around there. So you got to sit there and wait. And if you drop and hit the ground before you wait, then you lost your momentum. You fall to the ground.
And then
but if you do hit it, it'll give you a second one to go.
Yeah.
But then there's no third.
Right.
And I think that timer should be a little bit shorter, and you should be able to keep doing it as long as you're waiting for that pulse to like move around. Like I wish if they just fixed that, I think I would be fine with it.
So again, talent tree, it's all about combat.
Yeah.
Now, if they had some talents that you could use.
There is.
I was wondering, I think there's probably some traversal.
In the third one, there is. And that's where I've been like, you get talent points for individual ones, you know? And I've been looking at the travel one, making sure I'm putting the one in there that's going to work best for me.
I got you.
And that's why Captain Boomerang's been working well with me because I've been mostly playing with him. That's what I'm telling you guys. If you look at the skill tree and follow it down the path that you want, it'll help.
So I do have one that like doesn't like my jetpack doesn't heat up as much.
Yeah.
But it still feels like there are some issues with it. I think it has to deal with the open world and where it's set.
I just think with this game being like,
but it's
being dominantly most of your time is spent going from point A to point B to get to the next place. I feel like it needs to have the traversal needs to be easy, and then put all the depth in the combos and the combat and more badass kind of traversal where you can do like attacks as you're flying through the air. Like I love that kind of stuff, but that's not. Instead, I'm just working against just going from A to B, and I feel like that's negative. But Jason, I want to hear what you have to say.
Change our opinion.
Change your opinion. The story's amazing. I love the story.
Yep.
You know, I know where it's going ish, kind of. I know Justice League are going to eat it, you know, and a lot of people are upset about that because Batman eats it eventually. But, you know, it's a game. I thought I wouldn't enjoy the story, but it still feels that like Arkham style story. I love the combat. It's just fun to play around with, especially with Captain Boomerang. Just where I got him upgrade to is just funny shit happens whenever I get random combos. A little fucking what's it called? A roulette thing. What is that?
Slot machine.
Slot machine comes up and like it's fun. It's amazing. I have like zero complaints with the combat. The travel stuff for me personally, it's just I'm enjoying it. I don't know if it's because how I'm upgrading my character or whatever, or if I figured out my character. I've been playing with Harley Quinn. I do not like traveling with her at all. It's annoying. Deadshot. I'm really enjoying him because I'm able to get his travel down. I'm still using the same guns I found, which is nice. And I just like once you progress through the story, you'll get something else that'll unlock that will help you upgrade your guns as you use them. So I love that because I'm constantly using the same gun over and over again. That helps out a lot.
Does it let you fuse? Like you can take like a higher level gun and fuse, or no?
No,
you
nothing like that yet. Because there's still
we get schematics to
there's still like a lot of early shit that we have not yet to unlock, and I'm slowly realizing that because I saw that my character can get a third ability eventually, so I'm assuming all the characters will.
Yeah, I think so.
So like I'm super stoked about
like
that.
Ultimate, like the two ultimates, or the two specialty.
Yeah. So I do agree with y'all about the map and the world itself. It does feel a little empty, but I kind of expect it to be empty. I was kind of hoping that there would be a lot more like side missions to do.
Yeah,
because they're just spinning them out onesie twosies after you complete a story mission, and some of the side missions get annoying because you have to kill enemies a certain way in order to like complete the mission. So right now I'm stuck on a mission where you got to throw grenades, and grenades don't come out to you that often.
No,
but it turns out you have to do a certain thing to get a grenade. So you have to hit someone, you have to punch someone.
Kind of like how you get your shield. You have to
well with this one you have to use your melee, but they keep throwing out the snipers on me, but the snipers disappear when you get up close to them.
Right.
So I'm like, well, I will never get grenades. And my fucking AI guys aren't smart enough. They're smart, but they're not smart enough to like help me out as well, which I don't like that.
Getting grenades for Deadshot's a lot easier because you just run into people.
Really?
Yeah. Well, at least because there are missions that are like you can only use grenades to damage enemies.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, you have to like slide into somebody, which my slide never works for some reason. Like I hardly slide.
You got to time it right, dude.
It's a very tight timer for it. Yeah.
So
which like if you do that, if you do slide or do certain things, you can slowly get a buff to your stam bar that helps you fly more or like use your
the slide, the drop down, or jumping off a wall.
So I use
the game tells you like, hey, if you complete this, like or complete this like mini objective, and that annoys the crap out of me.
Well,
it's always just like right here on the screen.
Especially if you've done it already.
Well, that's the thing. It's not a mini objective at all. It's teaching you how to travel through the world. It's teaching you because no matter like if that's not popping up, you still can slide and gain that momentum and then keep going. So I don't know how to turn that off. It got annoying after a while. It stopped doing it after I started playing for a minute. But my biggest complaint is probably that is just I wish there was more side missions, and I wish they weren't as difficult. And I wish that all my like characters will upgrade with me a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because it's kind of annoying that I have to jump into a 3-star mission, and they're like, "Oh, you get extra XP if you play as King Shark." Well, my King Shark is level 1. And I'm like, well, I haven't been playing as him at all. And I jump in there and I get my shit wrecked. And I'm like, kind of just want to switch back to my high character and just get it over with. So I'm about tempted to do that.
That was one thing nice about like Avengers. At least it like told you like, okay, you have missions you can always go to that are low level. So if you have a low level character, you can go and like, grind them up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
I do enjoy the contracts. I put them up there because you have contracts every 2 days and then they refresh. So right now I have it unlocked where I can do 4 contracts at a time. You usually can only do 2. And I just throw them up there and I don't even realize I'm doing them.
Tell the community what contracts are.
Oh, the contracts. So the contracts are like certain things you have to do throughout the world or throughout your missions. One of them that I was doing is just like collect this many shields, as you're playing. So I have to collect 50 shields. So in order to do that, you got to like weaken the enemy down. You hit your R2 button to like do this like takedown type thing, and you collect shields from them. That's how you heal yourself. And then there's other missions like you see the helicopters flying around and stuff. You got to shoot those down a certain amount or like take down posts and stuff like that. And I kind of wish they had that in this game where they had actual outposts that you can go to and like take down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like clear out an area, like slowly bringing an infection back or something like that.
Well, I'm really curious if there's going to be like like you were talking about, like there's not enough side missions and stuff like that. I'm wondering if the side missions are limited to prevent you from grinding your characters too far to keep the difficulty higher as you progress through the story.
I kind of wish so another thing I kind of wish, because I think Austin and I were talking about this, is to still have the side missions there that you can redo, but you can play it as a different character.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that, so I can still grind and upgrade if I don't want to continue going, especially if I'm waiting on you guys to continue with the story. So I eventually did my first actual Justice League fight last night, and it was entertaining. It was super fun. Like story wise, it was funny, and like playing throughout the game, it was funny. And there was this one, oh shit, I don't know if I can talk about that. Did you play as Boomerang first time you met Flash? Or did you play as Deathshot?
I played as Deathshot.
So, funny little tidbit, I played as Boomerang against Flash, and Flash was running around. He stripped me butt naked.
Oh,
I was in my underwear with Flash underwear on. So it's like little funny tidbits there. And I'm like, how? And I can't change back into my normal outfit because he ripped the clothes off of me. And I'm like,
oh shit.
Yeah.
So you play naked?
It was not naked. I had boxers on, but they were like Flash boxers. It was so fucking funny. So it's like moments like that I'm like, oh my God, this is just great little details and like just a little bit of story in there.
Yeah, so far the story's like peak Rocksteady.
Like I said in the beginning, Rocksteady's don't hit it with a story, but everything else I don't know for sure about.
Yeah.
But I am addicted to this game. I really enjoy I can just run around the world and just shoot a bunch of shit and collect contracts. I just wish there was more, like you said, more side stuff to do so I can spend my time actually going for a goal instead of doing those contracts, which get a little like annoying after times. And as for the side mission stuff, yeah, they feel kind of repetitive doing it over and over again. But like, I don't know. I guess because it's new to me and I'm having fun with it. I think that's why I enjoy it so much.
Yeah, right now it's fine.
But
I guarantee you in the future we're going to...
Well, I mean, who knows? Because like, I did one just recently that was totally different compared to the other ones. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I'm hoping when the new season drops, next month?
Yeah.
And I'll have the game beat, they'll have some kind of different side content as well.
Yeah, I assume so.
No.
I assume so.
Yeah. Yeah. I say it's a 3.5, leaning towards a 4, because of the fact that I think what I complain about, which are very big complaints, but they're fixable, I think.
They are.
I think like if like you said, Harley Quinn, I mean, most of what I played is Harley Quinn, and that's why I think my experience is less than y'all's, or especially yours, because like I played as her, and I think she needs the most work to fix.
Does.
And I think that's, like I said, I mean, it's pretty easy to fix. I also think like, honestly, like even this little thing here, like the reload thing, I hate the fact you have a slow reload or fast. I wish they'd get rid of that. Like I feel like there's too much shit happening where you're like having to pay attention to that.
That's one of the contracts, I think, is like, oh, reload, do the quick reload.
No, I haven't seen a contract for that.
Yeah,
I thought I did.
Either way, I'm just like, I think that should be cut out. There's like things that are really cool mechanics in other games, but in this game where there's so much happening, it's fast action, you're traversing around, you're jumping, shooting, doing all this stuff. I want to focus on my combos, and I want to focus on doing cool shit with the enemies, and I want to be thinking about like reloading on time and making sure I press the button at the right time to like just continue my next launch. I want the difficulty to be in the AI that I'm playing against, and trying to make sure I do like maneuver around them appropriately so I can get like, I love the shields in this game. I think the shields had a nice ability when you're like the big like shield walls.
Yeah.
I like that forces you to have to like maneuver yourself around the map and not just sit there and just like fire until they're dead. I like that adds a new layer of like complexity to the engagement.
Yeah, because with Arkham, there's a lot of like acrobatic stuff going on.
Right.
And, I think people enjoyed that. We all enjoyed that. Like, it made it very unique and interesting and fun to play. And now you don't have a lot of that anymore.
Right.
Yeah. But for me, like, this is Rocksteady's first time going into this. I think it's good foundation work. And hopefully they improve Harley in the next update, especially with the traversal. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I do think we're in a better spot than Marvel's Avengers was at launch.
Oh yeah,
for sure. And I do still think it's very much like meant to be kind of that live service. But I think just having the open world, I love that they did kind of take a lot of inspiration from some of the upgrading of Borderlands, like where you have the 3 different trees and. The even the gun thing I think is kind of interesting. Like I heard some people on another podcast complaining about that, but how you unlock the Lex Luthor gun variations and stuff like that. It sounds like there's like weapon manufacturers and stuff that will unlock. And
yes, that is a thing.
I think that's kind of cool. I don't mind that. I'm like I think it's interesting. So
can't wait to talk about the story later.
Yeah. Once we like beat the game,
I guess we're
deep into it.
There's stuff I want to talk about right now.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything that's not spoilery that you can talk about? Okay. Never mind.
There's not. I want to talk about spoilery stuff.
Spoilery stuff? Like, what do you mean?
I can't tell you that.
I mean, we all know the Justice League, like, more likely going to eat it. You can't get any, like, what do you want to go at?
Stuff with Lex.
Oh.
Stuff like that.
Oh. So we got to wait for Brett.
Well, I mean, even for I don't.
Well, we got to wait for the audience too. The game just came out. Like,
okay, we'll talk about it.
The game came out 2 days ago. Okay, we got to wait a little bit.
Let's talk about the snipers that can hit you from across the map.
To be honest, like now, I don't know what was happening with this playthrough, but now since I've been running around, I haven't ran into that at all.
Either.
I bet you that was broken or like something that.
But I haven't seen an update.
It was just a glitch or something.
Or maybe it's just like the more people that are there, the more they throw shit at you.
I don't know. These people, you couldn't even see where they're coming from.
I was looking for snipers because I wanted to like do some like contract stuff, and I'm like, I was getting sniped like crazy on stream, and now nothing. It was like our first time entering in Metropolis, and we're getting sniped left and right from distance.
I'm looking around like, where's that sniper? It's
he's so far.
I can't even hit him from here.
He's like 38 miles away from me.
Anyway, I'm cautiously optimistic about where this game's going to land.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid it's just not going to. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of people are not in.
It's not game of the year tied like thing, to be honest.
Well, and overall, but the story I think is phenomenal so far. I mean, it's all there, like funny, serious, intense, mystery.
So right now it's got a 62 on Metacritic from critic reviews.
Okay.
So some people are giving it 80, 75.
Yep.
But then most, like we saw, IGN gave it a 5. Kind of funny people gave it a 3 out of 5.
That's about right.
That's kind of like where we're sitting. And then the user reviews right now are 3.9 on Metacritic.
So we're about right.
Oh, yeah. Just a heads up.
3.9 out of 10.
Out of 10. Just a heads up, this is not Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman.
Oh.
He still has the Prime, the Cape Crusader, the Adventures of the Cape Crusader, which I hear is just like the animated series, but a lot darker. Wow. And then also it's a TV series.
No.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then also he's going to play in Infinite Crisis Part 3, I think they said. He's reprising his role from the animated series in that one. So this is not Kevin, like everyone's freaking out because the Batman eats it. Yeah. But this is not his last performance as Batman.
Yeah, people are like, it's so sad that this is his last performance because this game sucks. I'm like,
I don't think the game sucks. I mean, I played a lot of shitty games, but I don't think this one sucks.
I still do want to put I still want to put time into this game. So I am. As much as if they can fix that traversal, man, I'm gonna have a blast. I love the I don't like the shooting part as much. Largely, I think because of reloading. But I like I like some of the combos and like, oh, you got to go up there and like you melee somebody and that breaks down the shield and you got to shoot them, or doing the stuff to get your shield harvest and stuff. You know, like. Well, I mean, I feel like
Brett would be
like it's got to happen sometimes, man. We got to bring the negativity. You know what I mean?
You're usually pretty positive.
I know.
Yeah, no, I thought he was going to be like,
"Oh, this game.
This is what I wanted from Avengers: open world. Remember the travel. I'm not hopping around." I miss playing Captain America.
Well,
so
see,
I
always played Iron Man, bro. So
no, fucking weirdo was playing Iron Man the whole time.
Who was the other one that we got the float? Oh, Thor. I played Thor a lot.
Yeah, you were playing Thor.
Thor was fun.
Yeah,
Thor
But
and Iron
even
Man
Hulk,
fun.
I love jumping around with him because I know as soon as I got in there with Hulk, I freaking like
jealous.
boom, 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 blah,
Cap.
pick up rock, boom. Like
Oh yeah, when we first started playing, you would play Hulk.
I fucking love the Hulk, man. He's so fun. So looking at the future season of content that they brought out, so just kind of looking forward to the future for a little bit. So in March, we are going to get the first season of the game, which likely is going to come with the Battle Pass. They did, however, say we did confirm that all new content will be free, and the only thing you're going to pay for is probably like a Battle Pass plus skins and shit like that. Yeah. So there will be a new playable environment, and it looks very Joker focused, as well as a new character, Joker, who, as we've learned, is apparently some, I guess, multiverse. Elseworlds
Parallel
Joker.
universe.
Yes. So he's going to be playable in this game.
Yep.
And there's going to be new boss fights plus enemy variants. And then they're going to have a new DC villain-themed weapons, plus gear, new Riddler content, new activities, plus strongholds. So there's your base attacks.
That's what I want right there.
Me too.
And then 2 episodes, which I'm assuming is going to be additional story content.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I mean, I like what they've got set up there. And then future seasons 2 through 4, they're gonna have 3 new playable characters, 3 new playable environments.
I was looking at. So they got a cold one. They're going back to Arkham, and then this one I don't know.
Yeah.
They had a different picture up that showed some of the new characters, like shadows of them going through, and the last one looked like Deathstroke.
Interesting. They'll have activities and mid-season updates, theme gear sets, all that stuff. So
Fun.
a lot of stuff. Oh, here we go. New battle passes. Each season will come with a new battle pass that awards cosmetics, including free and paid progression pass. And then they'll go against new bosses. The first season will add Joker and Gotham themed locations to explore, presumably where much of the new content will be found. And then, yeah. Oh, 2 new episodes out of the first season, seemingly themed around Two-Face and Scarecrow.
Ooh. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. New content and shit. I bet you this is
Oh,
a
there it is.
screenshot.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That Brainiac is shit. Yeah.
So Joker. I feel like the second one's like Mr. Freeze? Black Manta?
That does look like
Mr. Freeze for sure.
Yeah.
Let me download this. Anyway.
Wait, who was Deathstroke?
Slade Wilson. He's an assassin.
Okay.
He was in Arkham Origins.
Okay.
And he was in Arkham Knight.
Okay. I didn't play either of those. So
But there he is.
oh wait, yeah, he was yeah. Okay, I know who he is.
Slade Wilson.
Cool.
Anyway,
Very fun.
That's that.
All right, that's our first look and review of Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League.
We are torn, apparently.